What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Sucker by Jonas Brothers. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button and let me know down in the comments below what other songs by Jonas Brothers that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play Sucker on guitar is that in order to get rid of some bar chords and keep this as beginner friendly as possible, we're going to capo up to 4th fret. And if you don't have a capo, I'll have a link to get this capo for free right up here. The next thing you want to know for Sucker is the structure of this song. We're going to start with a verse, then go to chorus, then verse, then chorus, then verse, then chorus, and then we're going to finish out with that little verse picking pattern at the very end. From there, you want to know the 6 chords that we need to play this song. The first one is A minor. The next one is D minor. The next one is G. The next one is C. The next one is E minor. And the last one is F. And I'll have a beginner way to play that F chord, as well as chord charts for all the other chords in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And guys, the last thing before we dive into Sucker is that this video is done in collaboration with Faith Guitars. Faith Guitars is an awesome guitar company that makes incredibly high quality guitars for a very reasonable price. For a limited time, they're offering 15% off to anyone who lives in North America and uses the code GROOVY at checkout. So if you're looking for a new guitar for you or a loved one, be sure to check out Faith Guitars, link in the description below, and use that code GROOVY at checkout for 15% off your new guitar. And guys, with all that in mind, let's dive into Sucker. Man, this is such a cool song for them to kick off their reunion with. It's just a great feel. It feels like a classic Jonas Brothers song, but at the same time, I also feel like it kind of brings in elements of some of their new stuff that they've done individually as well, which I think is just so cool. It's a perfect way to come back into it. So with all that in mind, what we have here is we're going to have one picking pattern for the verses, and we're going to have one chord progression and strum pattern for the choruses. And that's all you need to know for this song, just those 2 parts. And they just kind of alternate, like I said, depending on where you're at in the song. So the first thing we hear in the song is going to be verse. So let's take a look at that verse little picking pattern first. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with an open A. We're going to hit that. We're going to give it a little bit of space there. Then we're going to hit that open A again. And then we're going to go 3rd A twice. And we're going to go 3rd low E. And let that hang for just a second. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to this. We're kind of going to alternate between these two, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. But what we're going to do is we're going to repeat that whole thing again. We're going to go open A, a little bit of space, open A again, 3rd A twice, and then 3rd low E once. Let it hang for just a second, and we're going to go 3rd low E, open low E, 3rd low E, just like that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to alternate between not having that 3rd open 3rd on the low E at the end, and then we're going to have it on the other time. So the first time we play through it, we're not going to have that 3rd open 3rd, and then the second time we play through it, we're going to have the 3rd open 3rd, and it just kind of alternates like that throughout all of the verses. Fairly straightforward, really simple beginner picking pattern. And really actually what this is it's kind of more like a bass line, right? So when we first hear it, it's a little bit higher pitched when we very first hear it in the very beginning of the song, but then it actually drops down to the lower octave, which is like the bass part. So we're going to play it on guitar, obviously, you can see that here, but it's going to match up perfectly what's being played in the song. So what we're going to do is I'm going to break that down really slowly on all the sides here so you can see really clearly what's going on. And we'll play through it a couple of times full speed so you can match up with the song. A couple times through slowly should look something like this for your verses. And guys, a couple of times full speed through that little picking pattern that will repeat all the way through all of the verses on Sucker will look about like this. And guys, from there we're into chorus. Now, like I said, for chorus, we're gonna have a chord progression. That chord progression is gonna be this: A minor, D minor, G, C. Then we're gonna go to F, F again, and we're gonna go to E minor, and then E minor again. You'll notice there's a little something funny with that E minor there where it's kind of got a squared, or it's got a little 2 up next to it. That has to do with what we're doing for strum pattern. I'll get to that in just a second. So what we're doing for strum pattern for all of those is gonna be this. We're gonna do a quick down up for each chord, a quick choppy, just about that speed and about that feel, right? And we kind of want it muted in between. We don't really want it to hang out. We want it to kind of go and then stop. So the way that you can do that is you can kind of palm mute it. So you can hit it and then stop it with your palm right there where you rest your palm. So you stop the strum right after. So, and you switch chords just like that. So like I said, the little weird thing down there with the E minor where that's got a little 2 next to it, what that is that we're gonna play that strum pattern twice without the stop. So it kind of comes out to be like this. And then we stop after that. So we kind of play it twice and then we stop after we play it twice. It's the only exception. Other than that, all the other ones are just gonna be down up, just like that. Just that second E minor. Yeah, I had to double check my notes there, but yeah, that second E minor, that last E minor is gonna be down, up, and then stop. Other than that, pretty simple strum pattern, pretty simple chord progression. Like I said, there's that F chord in there. That's gonna be a little bit tricky for some of you guys out there, but if you don't quite have that F chord down, go ahead and play the beginner F chord that's gonna be in the pinned comment. It's much, much easier. Anybody who just started playing guitar today can learn that F chord. Very easy, very beginner friendly. So guys, a couple of times all the way through that chorus chord progression with that strum pattern should look about like this. And guys, that is everything you need to know to play Sucker on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 645 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there cannot be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see what song I'm jamming on today or pictures of my dog, you can hit up my Instagram story at The Groovy Guitar Dude. Link for that will be in the description below. Guys, it is finally here, the long-awaited reunion of the Jonas Brothers. This is such a cool, awesome, groovy song. I like it because it really matches their vibe of what they did like previously. And it also, in a way, I feel like kind of brings some of the stuff that they've done individually back together as well. Now, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I was not really a fan of the Jonas Brothers whenever they were first really big and popular. And that's because I was a middle school boy when they were big and popular. And it wasn't cool to like the Jonas Brothers back then. But I will say, as I've gotten older, as I've gotten more into music and guitar and all that stuff, I've found more of an appreciation for their music, even their older stuff, like whenever, like I said, when I was like in middle school or junior high or whatever. And so they're really cool, and I also really like a lot of the stuff that they've done individually. So like, I really like Nick Jonas's stuff that he's done individually. I love DNCE, which is Joe Jonas's band. If you haven't heard of them, they did that song Cake by the Ocean and a couple other really, really good ones. I actually love their music. So I really like their stuff. And then I really honestly don't really know what Kevin did. I just haven't really followed him, so I'm not really sure if he's done anything or if he just has been chilling. But anyways, all that said, guys, I've grown to love their music together and apart over the years, even though I initially was not a huge fan. But anyways, this is a great song. It's a cool reunion song because, like I said, it's got the feel of their old stuff. I like this song for beginner guitarists as well because it's got that cool little picking bass line. Really, it's kind of a bass line, but you can play it on guitar, which is what we're doing. That plays throughout the verses, but then also in the chorus, you have a chord progression. And that's really it, which is cool because this song doesn't have a whole lot of moving pieces and a lot of crazy stuff. It's actually a really good beginner song. Like I said, the only maybe kind of tricky part about this would be that F chord, and like I said, there's a beginner way to play that if you don't have the full F chord down just yet. Other than that, super beginner friendly song and a lot of fun to play. So guys, I hope you have a blast learning this song. I certainly did. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all soon.